Hi everyone, so I'm back again with a new episode, and this time around I'm going to be talking on the product rule and the quotient rule. Starting first with the product rule. So here I have the derivative of f of x times g of x, right? This is going to give me f of x, right, multiplied by the derivative of g of x plus g of x times the derivative of f of x. So this is just something you need to memorize. For the first 2 days in class, it might be a little bit challenging, but practice makes perfect, right? So this is the first example we're going to try to solve. So let's get started. So here I have x squared and then I have sine x, right? This shows that it's a product. So to find the derivative of this, I can make use of my product rule. So I can assign f of x as x squared to make this easier and g of x as sine x, right? So here my y prime is going to give me x squared multiplied by the derivative of sine x, which is what I have over here. What is the derivative of sine x? It's cosine x. And then sine x, which is g of x, times the derivative of x squared. Making use of the power rule is just going to give me 2x. So the derivative of this function is x squared cosine x plus 2x sine x, and that is your answer. So it's easy as that. Now moving on to the quotient rule, I have the derivative of u over v, right? I don't want to make use of f of x over g of x because I think that's a little bit confusing. I think u over v is just much better. It's easier. So here I have v multiplied by the derivative of my upper function, my numerator, minus my numerator, which is u, multiplied by the derivative of my v, which is my denominator, over v squared, right? So I have an example over here, which is y is equal to x squared plus x minus 2 over x cubed plus 6. Let's remember that the derivative of this, since it's a division, is going to be v du minus u dv over v squared, right? Now, what is my u? What is my v? I'm going to have to identify that. My numerator here is my what? Is my u, right? And my denominator here is my v. So I'm going to apply this knowledge to the formula here, right? Now, my v comes first, so I have x cubed plus 6, right? Multiplied by the derivative of u. What is the derivative of x squared plus x minus 2? It's 2x plus 1. Remember the derivative of x is 1, and the derivative of a constant is what? Is 0. And then I have my negative sign. Now what is u? U is my upper function, my numerator, which is x squared plus x minus 2. Right? What is the derivative of my denominator? It's 3x squared, right? The derivative of 6 is just what? It's just 0. Now I have over v squared, which is x cubed all squared, right? Now I can actually simplify what I have over there. So y prime is equal to x cubed times 2x gives me 2x to the power of 4. X cubed plus this gives me plus x cubed plus 12x plus 6. Now this times this gives me 3x to the power of 4 plus 3x to the power of 3 minus 6x squared, right? All over x cubed plus 6 all squared, right? So now I can simplify further. So I have 2x to the power of 4 minus 3x to the power of 4. That gives me negative x to the power of 4, right? Here I have plus x cubed, and I have negative 3x cubed, because negative times positive gives me negative 3x cubed. So I'm going to have x cubed minus 3x cubed, which is negative 2x cubed. Here I have 12x. I don't have any 12x here, or any x is there, so it's just going to be 12x. Here I have plus 6, and I have plus 6x squared, all over x cubed plus 6 all squared. And this is your final answer. You can actually rearrange your answer, but this is the final answer. question. Now I have a trigonometric function that I'm going to like us to solve, and that's the derivative of the tangent function of tan x. Right? Now recollect that tangent is the same thing as what? Sine x over what? Cosine x. So if I want to find the derivative of tangent x, I want to find the derivative of sine x over cosine x. Right? So that's going to give me the same thing I have in green, which is d dx of sine x over cosine x. Now my u is sine x, my v is cosine x. And recollect that you have v du minus u dv over v squared. So I'm just going to plug in my values into this function. So what is my v? My v is cosine x. What is my du? It's also cosine x, right? Minus, what is my u? It's sine x. And what is my dv? It's negative sine x. All over cosine x squared. So I'm going to have cosine x times cosine x. That gives me cosine squared x. I have a negative, so that becomes positive. Sine times sine gives me sine squared x over cosine squared x, right? Now recollect that for trigonometry, there's an identity that tells us that cosine squared x plus sine squared x is equal to 1, right? And then I have my 1 over cosine squared x. Also remember that the inverse of cosine squared x is what? Is secant squared x. And that's the final answer. So, I hope in this video I was able to help you out and make things much clearer. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you and have a lovely day ahead. Bye.